Transvaginal mesh is a surgical mesh that's made out of plastic called polypropylene. It is used in two different instances, one for pelvic organ prolapse and the other is for stress urinary incontinence. The transvaginal mesh itself that's used is woven plastic mesh. It's now being replaced by a biologic mesh. But originally, when it was first adopted and first manufactured for use in the mid-1990s through the present, many manufacturers have used what is a polypropylene mesh. Some of the associated risks or adverse events from transvaginal mesh products, which are made of propylene mesh or plastic mesh, are that the mesh itself has caused what's called adverse incidents or adverse events in more than 1,500 women nationwide. And several deaths have resulted from very severe infections. What has occurred is that the mesh itself erodes the tissue itself. So it degrades, and then it shrinks, and then it erodes. So it can break through the vagina. It can cause a lump, what would feel like a lump in the entrance of the vagina. The mesh itself can actually abrade through and come out into the vagina itself. It can perforate different organs that it's trying to hold in place. It can perforate the bowel, it can perforate the bladder, it can perforate the vaginal wall. In addition, it can cause severe infections. Such infections would result in terrible hospital admissions. It can cause significant pain during intercourse. It can cause significant pain all the time. Some women have called me and have told me that they're suffering constant burning, terrible burning sensation all the time that cannot be relieved with anything but surgery. Then when they undergo surgery, the doctors tell them because the mesh itself has embedded into the tissue, they can only take out a portion, resect a portion of the tissue. So they're still left with some of the mesh in the tissue, and oftentimes they're still left with more problems. Some women complain of worse incontinence that they suffer now as a result of a failed mesh surgery than they even suffered before they had the surgical mesh implanted. If you or someone you love has suffered as a result of implantation with transvaginal mesh and you want to talk to us about possibly investigating a lawsuit, we are available to you and we would love to talk to you about it. We are a nationwide law firm, and I and my partner Lexi Hazam are working all the time on these cases. You can reach us by looking up Lieff, Cabraser, Hyman and Bernstein, or by contacting us directly by telephone or by email. But we very much like to talk to you about any issue that has arisen in connection with these.